Okay, design scientists, this is an update on Asylum City, which I want to talk about some of the negative feedback on that. Like, we could never do that, and why not? For one thing, the circular city idea, I was just looking at some old, like, what Atlantis might have looked like. Now, I'm not buying any particular. I think there have been a lot of civilizations we don't really appreciate more than we kind of teach about or learn about. So, yeah, some of these stories are true about lost civilizations, but the circular city plan is not a new one. And is that what I'm pushing with Old Man River City, for example? Does it have to be circular? And hasn't that already just been done recently? Like, look at the Middle East, look at Dubai, look at the Gulf states. Like, cities from scratch is what's been going on, right? You could say cities are growing everywhere. So why do you need to create new cities from scratch? And I'm kind of saying these are not the same. These cities. Think of them more as way stations or airports, truck stops. I think it sounded like earlier I was kind of dismissing the idea of a glorified truck stop, but being cynical. But that's okay. I'm not against it. Like, I want truckers to go there and have a shopping mall, basically. Like, you think, oh, you're just talking about another factory mall off the freeway, like in Centralia, and it's like that's pretty close, pretty close. It's experimental community, and there might be some other technologies on display, like batteries. So truckers who are spreading the word about stuff that, yeah, there's a truck stop down the road there that has, like, Tesla batteries or whatever kind of batteries. So I'm showing on screen now. Why am I showing these things? These are early lifestyle nomad equipment, you could say. Like, by nomad, I mean monad. Like, a one person doesn't need, if you're just a light bulb in the universe of light bulbs, as one person, you should have some certain possessions that, and then you're the traveler. It's the traveler archetype, the pilgrim. Whatever castle you might have somewhere else, you're on a journey now and you need to travel light. And so a lot of what I'm talking about, that's another movie we watched, The House of Tomorrow and that one, are discussed in my going through the movie world, giving you a sense of a local still exists, one of these, right? These have mostly gone out of style since what I'm showing, by the way, is the DVD store internals nearby. Because I thought I'd end this, having rambled on a bit, I thought I would just veer off into that this is kind of an acquired taste, my interest in Asylum City, but it's not meant to be too bizarre. I think the main criticism, just to wind this up, is that it's a very old idea. It's just, it never by definition reaches the people who need it most. It's always the wealthy who somehow scored a big win that get to live in these new sort of resort villages that have a neat circular pattern or whatever. How are we ever going to share that with real refugees? How are we going to have a mix of nomads and people by choice living there, not just because they have nowhere else to go, but a lot of people are choosing to be there? How can we have that blend? And that's a different mix than we're used to. It's very far from being prison. And so let's think about it more. That's the brainstorming that's going on. Underground comic, underground cartoon. You can run with it. Here we are in Portland. We got a lot of talent here. All right. See you again soon.